Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls Golden, what if, whatever you want to call me. And I'm back with a brand new what if Deku had a copy Quirk part 1. If you enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. I worked for a good amount of time on this what if. Actually, currently it's 5:30 a.m. of me recording this, so I hope you all enjoy this, part 1 of this what if. And yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, and we're gonna get right into it. Let's get it. This story, we start with a young boy by the name of Izuku Midoriya, a kid that aspired to be a great hero like his idol All Might. He would constantly watch videos of his idol All Might, seeing him do amazing things. One day when Midoriya was 4 years old, he walked downstairs and found his mother cooking food. "Hey mom, what are you making?" "Oh, something simple. I was really tired today." "Oh, okay mom, sounds good. Honey, can you grab me my phone for me, please?" "Sure." Midoriya walks over to her phone and picks it up off the couch. But when he does so, the couch begins to levitate, and he can seemingly control it with his hand. "Mom, look, my Quirk!" Iko turns around to see that Midoriya is using telekinesis to levitate the couch. "Wow, honey, it's like mine, but way stronger." Iko takes Midoriya to the doctors, and when they arrive, she tells the Quirk doctor that it seems like he has a quirk like hers. He shows him and tells Midoriya that's amazing, but if they don't mind, he would like to run some tests still. After running some tests, he comes back. "Well, Miss Midoriya, he actually doesn't have your quirk." "What? But how?" You can see he has a quirk called Copycat. This allows for Midoriya to look at someone and basically store a copy of their quirk within his body. And since, he saw you when his quirk awakened, that was the first quirk he got. The doctor explains that this quirk is very powerful because it seems like Midoriya will be able to use the quirk to its fullest capabilities. He basically just needs to be careful, because using multiple quirks back to back and not giving his body ample time to rest will cause for severe stamina drain. Also, the more quirks he uses, the more resistances he will gain with for his body. For instance, if he's using a fire quirk, he will adapt to it, making his body slightly more resistant to fire, but obviously not immune. "Whoa, mom, my quirk is amazing." "Yeah, honey, it really is." She thanks the doctor and they head home. She makes Midoriya his favorite food, and the next day he heads to school. Kachan, I got my quirk." "I got mine too, Izuku. Mine is explosions, look." "Wow, so cool, Kachan. What is yours, Izuku?" "Oh, look." Midoriya begins to use explosions in his hands as well. "My quirk is the ability to copy other quirks." "Wow, that is so..." From behind Bakugo, the other kids that are friends with him begin to say that Midoriya's quirk is lame, and that he's basically a villain because he steals people's quirks. "Yeah, you're right, gang. Stay away from me, Deku." "What? But I don't steal anything." The group then leaves, and Midoriya walks into class sad. For years, Midoriya was ignored by his childhood friend, and eventually he just gave up because of how many times he was basically being called a criminal throughout school. When he was about 10 years old, he came home crying, to the point that Iko decided to basically just homeschool him because of basically all this ridicule that he was getting throughout his school. "Mom, but I thought I had a good quirk." "You do, honey, an amazing one, but you will understand this when you're older, but kids can be cruel without actually thinking about what they're doing. For the next 5 years, Midoriya was taught by his mother everything he needed to learn in elementary and middle school. This also gave him time to train and get fit so that using his quirk wouldn't basically drain him of as much stamina. Hey mom, I'm going for a walk. Okay, Deku, be safe and don't be late. Midoriya walks out the house and begins to basically going on his normal walk. He actually started doing this like a while back, and he started enjoying it, obtaining people's quirks even if they basically weren't very useful. But if he ever saw someone his age, he would never copy their quirks, thinking that he would basically be shamed for being a criminal again, remembering what his mom said about kids being cruel all those years ago. Midoriya heads down the road and goes to a nearby cliff that he always hangs out at. When he arrives, he sees a girl sitting down at the bench that he usually sits down at, and someone approaches her. He can't tell what is happening, but the girl looks super uncomfortable, and it seems as if the girl was saying no, but the guy got extremely aggressive. He walks closer and hears, "You will come with me or I'm just gonna throw you off this cliff." "No, please, just leave me alone." The guy throws the girl off the cliff, and Midoriya goes jumping after her. Using his telekinesis, he activates it on his own body and grabs her, flying back up. "Hey, are you okay?" "Yeah, thanks for saving me. Watch out!" The guy that was harassing the girl is about to punch Midoriya. Why can't I move?" The guy then floats down the cliff and lands on the ground below. The girl hugs Midoriya and begins to cry. "Thank you for saving me." No problem. What's your name?" The girl tells him that her name is Momo Yaoyorozu. "Well, Momo, my name is Izuku Midoriya, but feel free to call me Izuku. What are you doing here? I mean, I've never seen you here." She explains that she heard of this place and it has a really nice view. Midoriya tells her that he comes here, well, all the time, and it's nice to spend time alone here. She tells him that she can leave, but he says that it's fine and that they can just sit on the bench together. "Well, Izuku, what are your plans for school?" "Well, I want to go to UA. I mean, the entrance exam is coming up in, 10 months? I honestly am super excited. I can't wait." She tells him that she got recommended, and he says that's awesome, and her quirk must be amazing then. She explains that her quirk is creation. "Wow, that's amazing!" Midoriya's eyes begin to shine in excitement. Can I please copy it?" "Copy it? But I thought..." Midoriya cuts her off, saying that his quirk is called Copycat, and he can basically make a copy of any quirk. "Wow, that's amazing, Izuku. Sure, go ahead. Do you need me to do something?" He says no and just copies her quirk. "Wait, if you could just copy it, why, like, without any stipulations, why would you even ask me?" He explains what happened to him growing up and that kids called him a criminal, saying that he stole quirks, and he even lost his best friend because of it. "Well, Izuku, you are my hero, so don't worry about those other people." Thanks, Momo. They exchange numbers, and Midoriya walks her home and tells her that he will talk to her soon. He arrives home. "Mom, I'm home. Sorry for being late. I met a new friend." Inko comes running in. "A friend? Female friend? Girlfriend?" Female, yes, Mom, but not girlfriend." He walks to his room blushing. For the next 10 months, Midoriya actually trained with his various quirks he has basically been using throughout the time he got his quirk, but decided to basically maintain using his telekinesis more than the others because of basically his having a lot of experience with it. His mother drops him off at the exam site, and he checks his phone to see a good luck message from Momo. He smiles and doesn't notice the person in front of him and bumps into him. "Oh, I'm so sorry." "Watch where you're going, you extra..." "Wait, Deku? Izuku?" "Oh, Katsuki Bakugo. Good to see you. I mean, good to see that you're well, I guess." Midoriya walks by him and enters the exam site. Bakugo sits next to Midoriya, but they both just sit there in silence. President Mike explains what the plan is and has everyone go to different rooms to take the written portion of the exam. After the students then complete that part of the exam, President Mike explains the practical, saying that there will be 1, 2, and 3-point robots. As he says this, a boy interrupts, saying that he is missing the last robot. President Mike then explains the 0-pointer, and basically to just avoid it because it's not worth any points. Midoriya then heads to the gate and awaits the start of the practical. Well, I guess using my telekinesis should be good enough, but if I need more, then I can use that quirk I copied from that pro hero I saw last week. The gates open and Midoriya goes flying out. Wait, he's cheating! No, he's not. There's no countdowns in a real battle. Midoriya flies around, slamming various robots into the ground, destroying them with his telekinesis. Wow, honestly, Mom? Well, Mom would have been a great hero if she had this advanced version of telekinesis. Midoriya flew around and destroyed 90 points worth of robots. Yeah, I think that is enough for now. Midoriya flies to the top of a building and just sits down. Wow, this place is huge. It feels literally like a real city. The area begins to shake like crazy. What the heck is going on? Midoriya looks to see a giant robot and begins to float away, but then hears someone scream. A girl yells out for someone to help her. Using his telekinesis, he takes all the rubble off the girl and floats her to him. Huh? How am I floating? I'm making you float. Are you okay? She says yes, and he turns to see the 0-pointer about to crash into them. He grabs her and flies away as fast as possible. Stay right here, okay? He charges in. I hope she isn't mad that I copied her quirk. He touches the giant robot and it begins to float. Now this will be easier to deal with. He smashes the robot using both of the quirks at once, using his telekinesis and basically the zero gravity that he got from the girl, making it really easy to smash the robot into the ground. Due to the fact that the telekinesis that he uses is still restricted by weight. The girl looks in awe, and he basically takes her to recover girl as the test is deemed over. He leaves and she looks around, not knowing where he actually went. Midoriya is getting in the car and hears Bakugo call out to him, but he refuses to basically listen. Midoriya then waits for a week and finally gets his letter from UA.
Hello, young Midoriya. I am here, talking to you through this hologram. I would like to inform you you had 90 robot points, but also with the secret rescue category you gained another 80 points for saving that girl, making you the #1 student. Welcome to UA.
Midoriya begins to cry, telling his mother that he did it, and he was even #1 in the exam. They celebrate and he texts Momo the good news. She says that how excited she is that they are even in the same class as well, but she expected nothing less because of how hard he works. He tells her that basically they will meet in a couple days so they can basically celebrate. She agrees and she invites him to her house where they hang out and then go to a restaurant. The night ends and he thanks her for all the fun, but feels bad that he literally didn't pay for anything, even though that he knows that she's, well, wealthy. Come on, Izuku, no need to feel bad. I mean, how about this as payment? She kisses him and Izuku stands in shock as she smiles and walks into her home. What the hell just happened? He goes home with a huge smile on his face and they text throughout the night and say they will meet up before school in the morning and go together. They do so and walk to school. So, I feel like you know what I'm going to ask. She looks at him and says, yeah, I do. And they talk about what this means for them and they decide to actually go on a real date on the weekend after the first week of school. They arrive and they sit down. They begin talking until some loud boy enters the room.
Izuku, you're going to listen to me, you damn nerd.
What do you want, Bakugo? Bakugo looks at him in shock, only remembering the days that he would call him Kachan. What happened to you? You didn't even say anything. Why would I? You all thought I was some criminal. Enough of this, Bakugo. The teacher is here. The teacher walks in and tells the class basically to just shut up. I am Mr. Aizawa, your teacher. Now everyone introduce yourselves and wake me up when you're done. Everyone does so, and the last to go is Midoriya. Hello, I am Izuku Midoriya, and my quirk is called, well, Copycat. The class asks what his quirk does, and he says that in simple terms, he can copy anyone's quirk, but it also gives him the advanced copy of it. At least that's what he understands. Here, I can actually show you. Tokiyami, do you mind if I... Tokiyami tells him that he doesn't at all. Midoriya copies his quirk, and a green version of Dark Shadow arises from him. The class watches in awe, and then the green Dark Shadow disappears. Okay, Aizawa, we are done. Aizawa stands up, telling the class to get on these PE uniforms and meet him outside. Everyone does so, and they change in the locker rooms. Kirishima walks up to Midoriya saying how manly his quirk is. Thanks, I appreciate it, I think. Mineta then begins to say how there's a peephole and that the upperclassmen have blessed us with it, saying that now he can finally see Yaoyorozu, but he's cut off instantly. Before he can even finish, Midoriya picks him up with telekinesis. Don't you dare, you little purple kid. Midoriya begins to spin Mineta around in the air, basically until everyone is done changing. He drops him and then heads to Aizawa. Okay, children, I'll be having you do a quirk assessment test. Wait, what is wrong with him? Mineta can be seen barely being able to stand up because of how dizzy he is. Never mind. Midoriya, take this ball. You got first in the exam, so go stand in the circle and throw it. Midoriya does so and throws the ball using his zero gravity quirk. Whoa, infinity. Good job, kid. A girl then springs up saying that's her quirk, and then says that he must be that guy who saved her. Oh, yeah, that was me. Sorry I didn't say anything before just, abruptly leaving. Midoriya goes back into line, and everyone begins to say how fun this is going to be. Oh, fun? Well, how about if you get last, you get expelled? Most of the class is shocked, but Midoriya, Momo, and a couple of the others aren't, really worried. The assessment basically goes similar to canon, but instead, basically, Midoriya is just in first, followed by everyone else, in order. But in this, the last person is a girl that is basically invisible by the name of Hagakure. Don't worry, nobody is going home. It was just a logical ruse to make you try your hardest. Midoriya at the same time mocks Momo by saying exactly what she said in canon at the same time as her. Wow, so predictable, Momo. She lightly punches him, telling him to stop teasing her. The class looks at them and basically just begins to laugh. Then they are all dismissed and head home. The next day, Momo and Midoriya arrive and sit down. Aizawa enters and begins to talk. Today, you will all have a different teacher, and he should be here, about now. I am here walking in like a normal person. Everyone screams, All Might. Midoriya looks at him and copies his quirk. Now this is a weird quirk. Interesting. Maybe I should ask him about it. All Might tells everyone to get on their hero costumes and meet him at Ground Gamma. Midoriya's outfit is more of this casual fit that is basically just a stretchable for combat. But he basically just wears this black and green hoodie with these stretchable jeans. Momo walks up to him saying, why is his outfit so basic? Hey, that's not nice, but it's because my quirk doesn't really need something special. Maybe I'll change it later. I could take some inspiration from you with your whole open design. She says, hey, and he better not do that. He asks why, as if he doesn't already know the answer, and she just begins to blush and tells him to shut up.
Okay, class, today we will be doing hero versus villain training. The villains will be protecting the bomb, and the heroes will try to seize the bomb or capture the villains.
All Might announces the teams, and the first match is Bakugo and Kirishima as the villains versus Midoriya and Momo as the heroes. The villains enter the building and Midoriya and Momo begin to plan. Midoriya just sits on the ground. Okay, Momo, what do you got in mind? She explains that they can basically just use his quirk to fly up to the bomb through the window, basically to find the bomb through the windows and just smash the window and bring the bomb out the window using his telekinesis. Wow, smart and pretty. Go figure. She rolls her eyes while blushing, telling him that it's not the time to be flirting. Huh? I know. Time is up and Midoriya grabs Momo from the side and they fly up together. There it is, Momo. Do you mind? Momo creates a steel bat, breaking the window, and Midoriya basically drags it out using his telekinesis that makes it weightless, making it easy to carry to the ground.
Hero team wins.
All Might begins to think that this kid seems to be all business, and if what Aizawa said was true, a copy quirk could make this kid the next possible symbol of peace. The teams meet with All Might, and he says that Midoriya and Momo are both the MVPs, and he says that a good hero will always find the fastest way to get someone out of harm's way, or to get a job done, and they both did just that. The rest of the class does their matches, and they are dismissed. That night, Momo and Midoriya text, and then they meet up the next day to go to school. Okay, class, the plan is to basically just head to the USJ for rescue training. So Ida will basically help you all go to the bus. They head out and everyone sits down and they begin talking about who everyone thinks is the strongest in the class. And the majority of everyone basically just says Midoriya because he can literally have any quirk he wants. Momo sits with him leaning on him sleeping. The girls then ask Midoriya if they are dating, and he tells them that they are going on a date this weekend, but it's their first, so technically they aren't. But he's known her almost 11 months now, and she's basically his only friend. Well, I mean, besides you all, but I mean, I just met you guys, so I hope that doesn't offend you. Everyone says that it's fine, and that 11 months compared to 3 days is a big difference. Okay, class, we are here. Get out of the bus. The class exits the bus and enters the USJ. They are greeted by Pro Hero 13. She begins to explain the plan for today until Kirishima notices a portal open. Hey, I didn't know there would be fake villains. Aizawa sees this, saying those are not fake villains.
Kirigiri, where's that kid?
Young master, I think he's right there. The one in the casual clothing.
Yes, I think you're right. Finally we found you, Izuku Midoriya.
And that is the end of part 1 of this What If. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And comment down below any suggestions for this What If, or also any future What If. And yeah, that's about it. And I hope all of y'all have an amazing day. Later.